Welcome to this episode of Yawaoftheday. My name is Sheldon, aka Duku, aka Durak, aka Trippin, aka Yao Trippin, aka my Boston Analytics, aka Borst, my nigga Borst, aka Cytoplasm. The head is also big for a reason. Now, on this episode of Yawaoftheday, this story I become share plus with me. I don't know whether make I blame my gender or make I blame the female gender. What I say, because as for the women, there we will fear them. But this story, the man we for fear him, the woman too we for fear him, because Herh, where you fear women alone, no, fear men, fear women. In fact, over fear men and just fear women, because this story, hey, so a mother was able to convince the daughter not to marry a guy because the guy is Herh, which is very stupid take on issues. So ethnic and tribal bigotry is now me bang marry Asantini because I don't like Asante people. Me bang marry Herh person because I don't like Herh people. Me bang Jimmy criticism. We are in 2021. A progressive society shouldn't care about where someone is marrying from. Say Jimmy no ye nyai. Say Jimmy no ye nyai. Say me bang love is above everything. Love is what we need to practice. Munya san criticism na motigana na me ban ko ware we. Me ma ko ware no. Now let's get back to the issue. Munya san criticism no. Let's get back to the issue. Now this woman convinced the daughter not to marry this guy because this guy is Herh. Solid. And yes, the kid to go marry the guy. So yes, the marriage they happened, but then the woman there, she wasn't in favor of the marriage and things. And as the woman mother no, as the mom no be in favor of the marriage, I think we all figure say, oh, they hate the guy. Ladies and gentlemen, say that guy need be a man minimum jack. So the guy they fire the woman, low key. The woman in daughter in husband no. I don't know, me chop video me today. And to woman no. Sad man na okache he talk in daughter say make you no marry him because he be Herh no. Sad the same man the beja give him. The beja give the everybody Jesus Christ. I will play the story to you. T story with the teeny na.
This is the story. Dear Tima, I write to you with so much bitterness in my heart. I will hit 30 very soon. I met my husband 6 years ago and introduced him to my mom. Everything was going on well until I got pregnant. Then my mom advised me to abort since the society will laugh at her as a single mother who couldn't raise a good child. So she told us and we agreed and I aborted the baby. Since my husband was not financially stable then, even though I was working, but along the way I got pregnant again, and this time around we decided to keep it because we felt we were ready. But then again, my mother stood against it and even decided to end her life if I keep the baby. So I aborted that too, which my husband didn't hesitate. Now I told my man that before anything, we need to be serious and get married so we could settle. Tima, can you imagine that 4 years into the relationship, which was just last 2 years, my man landed a very juicy deal and his life turned around for good. So immediately he came to see my mom to officially announce to her his intentions. For me, only for my mom to say he's an Herh, so she won't agree. And Tima, I just didn't understand the whole scenario. I felt my mom was going crazy or something. So after 4 years with 2 abortions, this woman waited to tell us this. Tima, I loved my man so much that I was willing to do anything for him. Hey, so I stood against my mom's will and reported her to my uncles. And lo and behold, in 2019, April, we got married. Tima, can you believe my own mother came for the wedding left before we could even say our vows? And at the reception, she was nowhere to be found. Tima, Everyone was just shocked by her behavior, so I had no option than to ignore her actions. After the marriage, all was well until just 3 days ago. My husband had an old Samsung he used to use way back, but because he got a new phone, he abandoned that one, and so I was doing a cleanup at home and chanced upon it. So I also needed a spare phone due to the nature of my work and decided to try if it could work. So I put it on chat for a while and boom, it came. I then put my new chip and set up the WhatsApp, and since there was already a WhatsApp my husband was using, it was easy to set it up, and before I knew it, all his old messages popped up as soon as I reconnected the WhatsApp with my chip. Tima, I just couldn't believe my eyes. Not knowing my mother, who gave birth to me, was all along dating my husband before we got married and didn't want us to have kids because she claims it will make my husband's attention shift from me to her. Jesus, what an abomination. I was just shaking, so I decided to wait. When my husband comes, then I check his phone to see if they are still dating after we got married. Tima? Oh, and behold, the messages I saw was just too much for me. My mom was still sleeping with my husband. I saw naked pictures of her in their chat and praying that I die so she takes my place. Hey, my own mother, Tima. As at now, I'm talking to you, I want to end my life. My mom had me when she was only 20 years now. And now she's 50 years, but looks very young. I'm shaking as I type, please. What do I do? Let me read the last bit again. It's very important to me. So the girl says, I was just shaking. So I decided to wait when my husband comes. Then I check his phone to see if they are still dating after we got married. Tima, lo and behold, the messages I saw was just too much. My mom was still sleeping with my husband. I saw naked pictures of her in their chat and praying that I die so she takes my place. Hey, my own mother, Tima. As at now I'm talking to you, I want to end my life. My mom had me when she was only 20 years. And now she's 50 years but looks very young. I'm shaking as I type, please. What do I do?
Hey! If you see who, imagine say me, I'll be mother. Where I tell my daughter, say, man, fuck Kwadwo mafia because me penance and my this and this and this and that. Then later on, you the daughter go find messages for his husband in phone top say, in mother they send nudes to in husband. Just say in husband they fire him mommy than the daughter or it turn family affair. Bangables. Ha! He convinced in daughter pray give this man. He pray give the man. He convinced in daughter say make him no born. So in daughter go do abortion. All this alacrities. Say no. Hey! No, this one is for fear women. Because the woman hey, if you get this kind of mother, this one be this one be Jezebel. This is Jezebel. Bell will break out. Because this is wickedness at its highest level. Imagine convincing your daughter not to marry a guy. Then you pass your daughter and go they bang them as they marry. Then you convince your daughter make you go do abortion. Because hey, crazy man. This story is crazy. It's crazy, man. Mind Boston, and it happened. It happened. It's not fair. It's not fair. And yes, they see how there who's a guy who took better into the yes. So we go fear the guy, but right now we are fearing women because what the woman did was even Satan said no go do this. Satan go see this then shock say, hey, how you do this? How did you do it? Teach me your ways. Because this is wickedness at its apex. Bro, a mother do this to your daughter. God damn it, women. Allah, you lie me some lie, kum lie. Ha! Now, anyway, so yes, that is the yawa for this side of the tinti. Minia Berryman. Nah, fear men and over fear women. My name is Sheldon. Thanks for watching this episode of Yawaoftheday. If you don't want to die Yawaoftheday, don't do it, my boy.